I'm attending ZertoCON 2020, which is super exciting for me because it's my first virtual conference in the new world, in the new normal, and I wanted to see how it was going to go. So it's still ongoing, but the keynotes are over, and I've heard the two major announcements that they're making today, and I want to share those with you. First, Zerto is announcing that they're pushing into the middle of the data protection space where they have not been yet. On the one end of the spectrum, you've got the mission critical workloads that they're protecting or have been protecting since the early days. And that is kind of the bread and butter of Zerto for a lot of customers. Recently, they pushed into the other end of the data protection spectrum, which is backup and long-term retention. They're using the journal to basically capture those files and store them off for long-term retention. What's left in the middle is what Zerto's calling operational recovery, and that is the ability to, on the fly, in production, recover files like a file that a user deleted or a file that got corrupted or something like that. So this is very neat, and the purpose of going into this space is essentially to take over the only remaining portion that keeps Zerto from being the entire data protection solution that manages DR and backup, because historically, Zerto customers have used Zerto for DR but had to keep a second tool on hand to do all of their backup stuff, including this operational recovery. Once they have fully tackled the operational recovery piece, that allows Zerto to basically be the one platform for data protection, which will be great for Zerto customers to only have to manage one platform. 2, Zerto is announcing resilience for next-gen applications. That means Zerto on Kubernetes, which is really cool. They're calling it data protection as code, which is fun, and essentially the Zerto software runs in containers on Kubernetes and can protect persistent volumes on Kubernetes, as well as the state and configuration of the applications. So this is kind of coming. This is not GA today or anything. They're working on it. It's a ways out yet, but they're announcing basically that you'll be able to take the same things you know and love about Zerto for protecting your VMs and apply those in a Kubernetes world, which is very cool. So I'm off to go and listen to some breakout sessions and see what else I can learn, and I'll share those, but wanted to share the major updates for today. Thanks to Zerto for having me.